Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, the Godly Glow here. Welcome back to the Godly Glow Makeover Show. Today's client is Ilka. She's a model and actress, and she had an event to go to. So I wanted to give her something really pretty and sultry, yet approachable, and nothing too high maintenance. I didn't want to put too much color on her lips or do anything that would require too many touch-ups. So we kept her face clean and we kept her eyes smoky and smoldery, and we really wanted to draw the attention there. So we're going to go ahead and jump into the look, starting out with eyebrows and eyes first. Because she is lighter complected, we are using a dark eyeshadow, and I don't want that to fall onto her face, so I am going to start with her eyes. So going in and cleaning up her eyebrows a little bit, I'm going to go where I see any stray hairs, just combing her brows into place, combing them up and down so I can cut away any excess hair that falls above or below her eyebrow, and just going in and tweezing and cleaning it up very lightly. I'm not going for a super fleeky brow or an Instagram brow. I'm not looking to change the shape of her brow or her face dramatically. So I am just going to go in and do the cleanup. And then I'm going to go in with the Anastasia Pro Brow Palette, and I'm going to use a little bit of that wax, combing it frontward and backward, using this product to help her brows stay into place. And then I'm going to go in with Ebony, I believe, or Chocolate, kind of a dark, cooler brown for her skin tone to kind of balance everything out. I don't want it to be too warm and over oxidized. I want it to be dark enough to frame her face, but also not too cool or too warm. So those colors were really great. And then I'm going to go in with a little bit of concealer underneath her brows to help base the brow and also help it to look really, really fresh. The eyeshadow palette today that I'm using is from Bobbi Brown, and it is their Nude on Nude Rosy Nude palette. The colors that I'm starting out with are tan, and then I'm going to go in with Milk Chocolate and Rich Caviar, and I'm using these colors to really, really bring out her socket. I'm not really too much changing the shape. She has a really big, round, full lid, and I'm really, really just looking to add definition. So from tan, I'm going in with Milk Chocolate. And I don't even think I used tan first. I think I went in with Nude and then Milk Chocolate, as you've seen a second ago. And I'm really just using this to add shadow and really bring out the shape of her eye. She has a big, round, full eye, and I really just wanted to highlight that. I think it's a great feature on her face, and it really, really helps to wake her face up. I really like this Bobbi Brown eyeshadow palette. The colors are classic. They blend really, really well, and they have an equal balance of mattes and shimmers, and then they have two highlights. So this is a great palette if you want to check it out. I will have it in the bottom bar. And as you can see, I'm keeping the weight of the darker color on the outer third of her eye, really helping to give her kind of like an upturned shape a bit. And as you can see, the darkest color I'm using is Rich Caviar, and that is really solidifying the shape and the definition of the eye. So as you can see, I did wipe away a little bit of the brow work, and I just blended up, and I was really, really going down with blending. So I got it into the brow work, and what I wanted to do is just wipe it away so I can re-blend. And you can do that. You know, sometimes things go a little out of order. You just got to relax yourself and think what would be the best solution. And as I was blending the look, I realized that I bought the darker color higher than I wanted, so I said let me wipe that from the brow area and then go in and re-blend. And I'm going in with tan, and I'm just giving the color a nice ombre and fading it upward. I like for all of the colors to supersede each other one by one. I want the tan to peak up to a certain point, I want the milk chocolate to peak up to a certain point, and I want the caviar to come up to a certain point. So now what I'm doing is I'm adding a little bit of concealer to the inner third of her eye, and I'm gonna go in with a really nice shimmery color. And I'm using chocolate smoke from the palette. And it's really important sometimes to rebase, because shimmery colors really need something to stick to. Not only does it give them something to stick to, but it really helps to make the color pop. It really helps to give the glitter something to bounce off of. Even sometimes wetting your brush and applying a glitter shadow. Of course, most of you guys know that, but that really helps with the intensity. So after wiping away the highlight in the under eyebrow and reblending, I am going to go in with her highlight shade. So now I'm going in with a matte eyeliner, and this is from Jante Blue, and I absolutely love this eyeliner. I love a good matte eyeliner. When you're wearing a matte eyeliner, it is intense from every angle. Sometimes when you're wearing a shiny liner, in certain lights and certain angles, the light reflects off of it and you can see a white patch or a bald sparse. It'll look that way because the light is reflecting. I feel the same way about eyebrow products. I prefer a really matte brow, so this way it is intense from every different angle. So now I'm going in with a black Urban Decay pencil, and I'm using that to tight line her eyes, and that's just going to help to really solidify her brow line. Going in with Farsali Facetune Skin Blur as a primer, I'm going to then go in with Too Faced Butterscotch, and that is a concealer. It's matte and I love it. She has very oily skin. And then I'm also going to go in with Aruba from NARS Creamy Radiant Longwear collection. I really love how these two work together. They're both long wear. One's a little bit more creamy and radiant, and then the Too Faced concealer is a little bit more mattifying and a little bit more flat. But mixing these two together, especially for her skin tone and her skin type, I think really helped this makeup to wear well for a long time and just look great. It really looked really great on her skin tone. Either one would have worked fine, but the formulas together, just amazing. So now I'm going in with a gem blender, which is a silicone non-absorbent blender, and I'm blending out Syracuse from NARS Creamy Radiant collection. It is just a tad bit lighter than her skin, and I'm using that just to add a tiny bit of definition. Because her skin is so shiny and she has such a well-defined bone structure, I am going to focus more on adding a little bit of contour than highlight. And again, I'm going in and I'm adding the contour with a gem blender. I'm also going to do that along the sides of her face. But now we're just going in and adding powder and really defining certain areas of her face before we do the final set. So now I'm going in and I'm setting her makeup, and I believe this is Bobbi Brown Golden Orange, and it's actually not that orange at all. It is a really pretty powder, and I thought it looks great on her skin tone. In the center of her face, I'm going in with I'm going in with Derma Blend Banana Powder, and I believe this is the, you know what? I think this powder is actually Graftobian. At this point, I hadn't opened my glittery banana powder from them yet. So I'm going in to brush away and further set down her makeup very lightly with the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores Illuminating Powder and a little bit of Golden Brown from Bobbi Brown. And then I think I'm going to go in one deeper with a warm brown powder from Bobbi Brown, really just building dimension on her face. As you can see, her body has a tan, her shoulders are a little bit deeper. So going in and really solidifying the structure and the tonal quality of her face is important. I'm gonna use these two highlighters from Anastasia, and I wanna say that they're golden and bubbly. I will have the definite information in the bottom bar. I don't have the palette near me, and I just wanna finish and make sure that you guys can see what's going on and give you guys more instruction on the technique than the product. So this is the final warm powder that I use on her to really bring out the structure of her face, to bring out the tone of her face, to make her face and her body match, because she was going to an event and the thing that she was wearing was going to show her shoulder skin. and I wanted her face and her body and her chest and everything to match seamlessly. So now I'm going in with a little bit of Bobbi Brown, and that's Nectar, and it's kind of like a highlighting blush situation. It's so pretty. It's a shimmer brick, and I think that tone looks so great on her skin. It's natural, it's light, it's there, but it's not too apparent, and it just looks beautiful. Going in again with an Urban Decay black eye pencil, I'm gonna line her waterline and her lash line, and then I'm gonna blend and smoke it out just a little bit with some of those dark brown, rich caviar, and milk chocolate colors from the Bobbi Brown palette. And that is a Smashbox brush. And I'm not blending it down too much because our model does have oily skin. She's not a professional makeup artist, so while she's out, I don't want her to have to worry about anything. I know she's gonna touch her face aggressively because I know her well, and she's a wild woman and I love her. She's a great personality. And I just want her makeup to be super low maintenance. I don't want anything to go wrong. If she goes to touch her eye, I don't want anything to smudge. So I'm not blending it down too far, but we are blending it enough to give her eyes a nice ring of smoke and a nice amount of definition. I think it looks gorgeous on her. I'm going in and I'm closing off the gap between the top and the bottom of the look. I think that's really important, especially when you're really ringing the eyes with black. Going in with some really inexpensive eyelashes, some wispies basically. I'm just gonna pop them in. I did cut them a little short. I don't want them to irritate the inner corner of her eye, and I don't want them to be too big. Going in a little bit of NARS Climax mascara, I'm gonna go ahead and join her lashes. Gonna do some final touches of powder, and we're just about done. Always gotta do some bottom lashes. Like if you don't put mascara on your bottom lashes, you definitely have to try. You can see it makes such a difference. So I'm gonna use this natural lip liner pencil from LA Girl to base her lip. And then I'm gonna go in with a Bobbi Brown lip color in Perfect Nude. It is pretty much her lip color, just more balanced and a little bit more rosy. And I think this looks beautiful on her. It's very natural. As you can see, her eye color is popping. Her lips look beautiful and fresh. Her cheeks look healthy and fresh. Her skin is clear. It looks great. Her brows are tamed and polished without being too forced or too perfect or anything like that. Just going in and adding some final touches. I had a great time working with Ilka. This is a great event look. It's somewhat neutral and still skin flattering. I think this could work on anybody. Going in and finishing the final set with some Lancome spray, and then I kind of like to just go in and stipple. It just looks beautiful. I hope you enjoyed this look. Here are some pictures from our final shoot. If you have any questions, do find the information below, and you can contact me with email. I'm a makeup artist. I do freelance work as well as classes. So I'll be in touch, and hopefully you'll do the same. Thank you so much for joining the Godly Glow Makeover Show.